What is going on today, guys? You know it's a very special day, Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is Worm Wednesday. Everybody in the comments has been asking, Worm tier list when? Worm tier list when? Worm tier list when? Worm tier list when? Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Retina66 official best worm tier list. All right, let's get into it. All right, first up we got Dune Worm. I'm a big fan of Dune, Timothée Chalamet, but it's gonna get a D for Dune. Next up on the list we got Meatworm, also known as Alien Worm, spelled with an A. I don't know what. Who's this? Where is this guy native to? He's gonna get a B. Next up we got Juniper Worm, aka Can't Ever Die, and for that, Juniper Worm will get a C tier. Next up we got Meatworm 2. I wouldn't like to see what's in there, and neither would you. Too hot for YouTube. D tier. Next up we got Red Wigglers. Actually, this is the only worm that I learned. There's earthworms too. There's some other worms that I know. That's honestly it. Earthworm, mealworm. Are larvae considered worms? Like when a beetle is gonna turn into a beetle and have a battle? Is that considered a worm? I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy an A tier because he's cool. And also, like, that's like the worm that you think of when you think of worms. You know, he's got the like band-aid around his neck. I think this guy's supposed to be modeled off of an Alaskan bullworm, I'm pretty sure. And it's fitting because he got an A. Next up we got Beetlejuice Worm. From the hit movie Beetlejuice. Don't say it a third time. Pause. I don't... For nostalgia-based reasons, he would get an S tier for me. But honestly, I don't know how effective he is at his job. Would he be a good decomposer? Could he work in my compost bin? I don't think he would. That's a C tier. That's a C tier worm. All right, next up we got Heidi Klum Worm. From the hit series Sex and the Worm. Also, CSI Worm. And The Worm Wears Prada. For an illustrious filmography, that's an A tier worm for me. Also, she was in Hoodwinked 2, Worm vs. Evil. I love that for her. Next up on the list, we got Worm.io. Welcome to this surprise ad segment sponsored by Worm.io. Use Retina66 at checkout today for your personalized worm skin, and I will get 0.01% of every dollar you spent on Worm.io. Use my creator code Retina66. It's gonna get a S tier for me, honestly. Next up we got Oi Worm, also known as Skibidi Toilet Worm. I don't know much about this guy because at the end of the day, I am a 25-year-old man. But I'm sure if I was on YouTube Shorts more, this guy would go crazy. And you know, I like to be fair and kind of give a consensus answer when I'm answering these tier lists. So I'm going to give him a B tier. For this next one, it did come to my attention that there is another name for it that I was unaware of. Worm on a String, aka Squirmels. Who would have thought? That's got to be... America didn't come up with Squirmels. That's like British or something. And then we just called it Worm on a String. Because we're normal. I don't know. I love these things as a kid. Honestly, just looking at it right now makes me want to go get one. That is an S tier worm. Alright guys, next up we got a dirt pudding worm. Do they make these anymore? Did they take I'm pretty sure I got these in elementary school, which is crazy. Look at what they took from you. I don't remember the last time I had it, and honestly I don't think it would be as good now as an adult, but I do think it could like satisfy that craving. I miss it though for nostalgia based reasons. That's an A tier worm for me. You guys like gummy worms cold? I like gummy worms cold when they're like, it makes them like really chewy, you know? That's an A tier worm. Last but not least, what do I even need to say? Worm from the hit game Worms. TDM. What are the other ones? I don't know. There was a 3D one that they tried making and it sucked. Xbox 360. Don't at me. I love Worms. And I'm kind of goated at it. If anybody wants to play Worms, let me know in the comments. And also join the Discord. And you know what? Maybe I would play with one of you guys. I don't know. I'll probably play with somebody else though. Okay, that's honestly gonna be a B tier worm because he doesn't beat these guys. You know what I mean? I'm not going out of my way for this worm, but I do like him. Alright guys, that's it for the worm tier list today. Remember, it's Worm Wednesday. Go outside and grab a fistful, shove them in your mouth. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you want to see more tier list, let me know in the comment. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment on what tier list you would like to see next. Because I'm interested in what you guys think. Sometimes. Alright. Bye. Love you.